This video was recorded with the AverMedia Live Gamer Portable. Skip it up and that up! So the once Wii U exclusive Rayman Legends is being hoarded out even more. Ubisoft has confirmed that a PC version of Rayman Legends will be released alongside the previously announced home console and Vita editions in August. The game, which started out as a Wii U exclusive due for release in February, was delayed to August in order to allow for a simultaneous release on the Xbox 360 and PS3. The Vita version was revealed in May. I mean, beyond the fact that I think Ubisoft is ridiculous for not releasing Rayman Legends on the Wii U in February, fine, you're making it for the PS3 and 360. I don't know if there was some kind of contractual thing that you couldn't release it for the Wii U first, but you have the damn game done. If there was nothing legal going on, just release the damn game. Oh, maybe it's because if you released it for the Wii U first, no matter how it's sold, it would make it seem less relevant for the other consoles. That's interesting, because when developers use that logic, they don't use that logic with the Wii U, I mean to say, because when it's in reverse, where games came out for the 360 and PS3 first, then come out for the Wii U later, you expect your games to sell millions of copies even though people were able to get the games on the other consoles, the PS3 and 360, for a year. Oh, that's interesting. It's interesting how you use the logic in the other direction for the consoles with bigger install bases, but the Wii U, oh man, we know we re-released Mass Effect 3 and it only sold 12 copies because the game's been out for over a year for other consoles? Oh man, that means the Wii U games won't sell on the Wii U. Anyway, I know I went off on a rant and a tangent there, but beyond that little rant I just had, and beyond the fact that I also think Ubisoft is ridiculous for using the horrible game. I know people like it. I'm sorry if you do. I'm not knocking you. I hate the game. They used Zombie U as a litmus test, and they're like, oh, that crappy game didn't sell, so Rayman Legends won't sell, so we're going to make it multi-platform and delay it. What this is really showing beyond all the crap I just said is that third-party exclusives, unless Sony, Microsoft, or Nintendo are willing to open up their wallets and give developers and publishers a shit ton of cash to make a game exclusive on their console, third-party exclusives are dead, man. They were almost all but dead for this generation. I really think that minus, like Dead Rising 3, which I'm sure Microsoft had to pay out the ass for, and games like that, and Titanfall, which technically isn't an Xbox One exclusive, it's coming to PC as well, developers and publishers are going to want to make as much bread as they can. I think even if the Wii U did sell, I mean, maybe they would have released it and made it a timed exclusive. Maybe Ubisoft would have released Rayman Legends first and made it a timed exclusive for the Wii U, but it still would have came to the PS3 and 360 because they want to, get as much money as they can. And, especially now that games cost more to develop, which I know is debatable after the whole thing with Metro Last Light being only 10% of the cost of its competition to make. I understand all that. But in general, games cost a lot to develop. With whatever fat they could cut aside, games cost a lot of money to make. So they're going to want to recoup that as fast as they can and from as many platforms as they can. So, I remember back in the day, it was cool. You'd buy, whether it be a Sony console, Sega console, or whatever, or Nintendo console, even third-party developers were making exclusive games for each of the systems. Those days are over, man. Due to the cost of how much games cost to make and the fact that, people want to make as much money as possible, unless it's first-party games, you're not going to see any exclusives come from third-party developers. This also shows how important first-party games are going to become even more so than ever, because that's what's going to differentiate the consoles. If Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo didn't have exclusives, what would be the point of having three different consoles? If I could get all the same damn games for all three systems, why have multiple systems? What sense of urgency would there be? If there wasn't God of War, what sense of urgency would there be to get, a PlayStation 4 or PlayStation 3? If there wasn't Halo, what would be the urgency to get an Xbox One? If there wasn't Mario, if there wasn't Zelda, what would be the urgency to get Wii U? All three of the big three console makers need to step up their game, no pun intended, and they need to make sure, especially Microsoft, which I'm glad I see them doing that. They're really pushing to get exclusives for the Xbox One, but you need to make sure you have some fantastic IPs. Nintendo probably is the most secured of all three, Sony in second place, but you better keep them coming. You better keep strengthening your first-party IPs, because if you don't, you're just going to be a computer, a specialized computer made mostly for gaming. It's going to be all about those first-party games, man. That is the bottom line. Anyway, folks, make sure to rate, comment, favorite, and subscribe. And as always, thank you for supporting Review Tech USA. Have a good one.